their weak point. What options he even has made available to him. He can go Luna. He's going to go, though, with the Shark. Month on it, so we do get what we were looking for here in the typical comp meta that Envy's been utilizing.
That is very true. God of Mischief, I mean, I wouldn't have expected anything else, but we also get to see some change up with Speedery making that swap over to the Wolverine. Great awareness with looking at Dreamland having that triple Vanguard between. That's what we're highlighting when it comes to those Jet ults on getting that shutdown, especially on a map like this. But with the group hug, it wasn't enough as Chuckles lost out on Seekers earlier on, and Dreamland now just trying to stay alive. But Speedery also with that ultimate looking from the side of Envy are just trying to clear out the point from Dreamland because they've been stalling out for a while.
They've used so much to try to get this point, and they're still struggling to get it now. 75 and climbing, and Stinkers is going to be able to pull. Yeah, we'll see how they choose to combo that. They don't have a ton of follow-up with it, but just great, you know, ult in use in general here. Now we do have the Phoenix ready to go. We'll see if Cal hangs onto it or if he knows that he can just utilize it the way he does best. Chuckles, though, getting 1-2. Both strategists. Oh, my gosh. Steve Rogers getting the last lap right now as Cal tries to make it and even the odds. And no, it's going to be Stinkers and Chuckles going crazy for Dreamland.
Crazy names. Chuckles is... As the Vanguards just line up together here, up on the high ground is going to be Stinkers fighting Nero. He was waiting, being cheeky to activate the legendary. Stop their push as overtime is taking away, and Dreamland now have their feet planted. Nice little stop from Envy as they wanted to wait before taking that portal, but the damage...
Target lands it, connects it, but it's also going to be Chime. That was, oh my gosh, what a huge... Oh, getting both strategists. He's not going to get them both off the map, though. We have at least Speedery coming back.
A nice Speedery calls in the extermination. Get this Shark out of here. A little bit of revenge for Month, who had gone down as Luna cannot just fly out with her skates here instead, but taking a good amount of damage. Speedery does get healed up back to full health, and now dropping down is going to be Stinkers, because at the moment, none of these teams, by the way, have even gotten to the point yet.
Those Stinkers is so elite, but yeah, the point not being capped is a huge call out. These teams are absolutely fighting it. One always on extermination, ready to go. And you know, this is gonna be a tough point to take, though, if you are Dreamland, allowing the recap.
Yeah, oh man, but Window now giving them a little taste of their own medicine, being able to find both Captain Americas onto the Jeffs, it looks like, from both sides. Except Chuckles does have that freedom charge to keep everybody contested, but it's about flipping this point first, while Envy are playing a little bit split up and Dreamland taking their time.
Yeah, and Jabori going down with that ult. They just got a full reset now, right? Wait for the stagger. And at that, just like that, a blink of an eye, 38% in climbing for Envy has already taken the lead on Could there on the ult as well. Kaluge now just trying to hold this fort down. Valentina already getting another ult ready to go here now as Stinkers pops the legendary mixtape in. Eliminations looking to go out, but he does not connect to anyone. Good rotations from the team. Kaluge with 1 health narrowly escapes.
Even crazier that Nero was able to get out of the line of sight of the legendary. Wait just that way can still be impactful, and with Window finding Valentina, Mace going out next. Window says, I can do the Captain America just as good as Chuckles without having the Mace, without having Valentina, really having Chime and Jabori, as Jabori's the next to go. Envy, 99% in their favor. Overtime ticket to this third round, something that Dreamland don't really have. They're just gonna have to wait it out for now, holding on to this choke, and it's a lot more of that poke pressure.
Yeah, they're already being pushed into their spawn. Is crazy work here from the extermination. Now Cal diving in, not getting any picks there.
Wow.
They looked at I mean, that's tough. They're getting Speeder and Cal both ulting, nothing from it. Wow, the positioning from Dreamland to hop downstairs in this thing, and now Windows got his ult, but they needed that. That was everything.
Yeah, that was crazy comms right there too, and just the quick rotates. They literally counter-rotate around those ultimates, not having to utilize too much. They get a copy from their book and try to rotate from right underneath them, but they were met with the psionic seduction from Mace. Stinkers, this is going to be a ball game for him as he sends out the whale to block out their exit point, but no follow-up here as they want to get a lot more aggressive. You're going to have to reset from Chuckles too, as he is on the Hulk, and Speedery now just trying to find them up in the sky using the extermination.
Yeah, good rotation there from Envy, surviving this thing. Mace getting the best of Kaluge. Nero not getting what he wanted. These ults have not been good to Team Envy, unfortunately. Now Cal with the Phoenix ready. And what a name, what a player. Stinkers now back and ready with Giganto yet again, about to throw the well. You said it was going to be for the ball game. We'll see if he gets a strikeout here, throwing it early. He can't. The portal, the knockback. He does get the portal off, though. That's huge for Envy.
I was scared. I was sitting on the edge of my seat, literally by a frame. He was able to pull it up first before the whale came crashing down on Windows' head, and they utilized, again, that Magneto bubble already with the Eternal Bond now just painting out the floor. That was an...
Just got Eternal Bond ready on the Q is ready to be pushed, but now 54 and climbing, almost 99 guaranteed between these two teams. Stinkers is going to activate that damage reduction. He's going to hunt for the prey as Wolverine does. Good rotation Dreamland has had on that low ground for once, and it's going to be Mace, though, getting picked early. That's such a huge loss for this team.
Ooh, and Month is popping off, by the way. The freeze up to Chime for Cal to follow up. Chime can't reset with that Phoenix ult button, and now Valentina Eve might wants to back away. They saw that the Eternal Bond was used up from Nero, and with so many members gone here, they don't want to try to stagger. Touching down, and there's only so much Mace can do, but the portal plays allow the recontest from Dreamland as the staggering is still coming out.
Yeah, honestly, just good sustain there from Mace, allowing Chuckles to go to Strange and gave him a lifetime there of ability to contest this thing, but it's so tough to win off the portal, especially when Speedery's in the air, hunting down Protocol Speedery. It's Ultron. The age of Envy continues as they take map 1, but what a fight, what a finish.
You know, when I look at Ultron and Speedery's hands, I have to remind myself, strategist, duelist, because the way that explosive early portal play.
Yeah, I'm not going to say really Cal was able to finally get the best of Stinkers. Stinkers was just the dog off the leash, man. He was getting anything he wanted from there, and finally things were starting to connect there from Cal and was able to get that job done. The sustain was there, but I mean, Envy looked at their weakest there on point 3, and they were still able to come back. That's just the story of this team. They don't break. You really got to ensure you get, you know, the final hit on Thanos to get him down, and you should have gone for the head, is what Thanos always said best. Envy's probably mimicking the same.
Tron.
Kaluge is flat now, pushing in early. Look at this. The ult charge is just firing away for everybody. We're going to get ults across the team, Vicky, within seconds.
Okay, look at Valentina's healing output, too. The fact that you're about to have that invisible boundary this quick, it just highlights how much damage output Speedery's putting in, but the pull in from Valentina Eve shuts down Speedery at the same time.
Is going to get Valentina out of this thing. That's one strategist down. He's looking for that reset. He finds it, but unfortunately, I think that Claude fell. Nope, he got it again. It's Cal doing Cal things. 1, 2, 3. The team is down. The ace is ready. Wow.
Bucket Barnes coming through to play. You get that reset opportunity, and the first thing I would want to do is, all right, my Loki clones may work against us here if you're Dreamland, but it was damage. But Dreamland do have these 2 ultimates coming up.
Yeah, Cal now just trying to get that ult charge. 70% in climbing. Windows far from it. Envy used a lot to get that, but who cares? They've got 3 minutes and 20 left. Stinkers now shifted over, has the damage boost from Chime, which they did give him that Mantis, but we'll see if they just let Stinkers do his thing now. Us undefeatable, us against the world is going now. Stinkers throwing down the Phoenix. Seeing if they can combine this with Mace.
With Cal getting the headshot, it's going to be a double Groot hug, but who gets the shish kebab as the Meteor M fails to hit its mark? Groot walls for days, though, blocking everybody to isolate them, but at least with the Phoenix ultimate, they take out the threat that was Cal.
Yeah, I think that...
And that also allows them to keep themselves alive at the end of the extermination. Month still holding onto that visible boundary, and with Window moving up, the visible boundary from Month allows them to hold up. Groot, though, this could go big. They gotta look to the sky here as Mace, Meteor M, trying to send it, yeets it in a different direction as Window brings everybody together. Chuckles is gonna have it second, though, going into this next fight.
I mean, they're doing exactly what I thought they were about to do with Chuckles, but no, Base went out through the meteor, didn't get the connection right now. We just saw 4 Vanguard ults and 4 whiffs.
But Speedery is going uncontested in the sky, and Chime is falling low, very close to that Soul Resurgence for the Mantis. Oh, but does it pop it off? Month, after making the swap off, is going to be able to find him.
The unsung hero of Team Envy at times. Here comes the Agamotto. Lands it. Cal, Nero to follow. Window with the quick whip of the Sorcerer Supreme's magic. And they look to firmly get point number 2. I mean, just like that. You thought you could stop it. No, we're going to continue. But Dreamland doing a good job, Vicky. Only 1 minute and 27 on a very hard and long play.
Chuckles, the Groot sniper out here. Take him out of the skies. And with Speedery going down with the extermination, this is going to be a team fight win in favor for Dreamland 4 right now. And now you have Envy with less than 40 seconds on the clock to get to the finish line.
And once again, they've got the ults they need. However, they have a lot longer way to go. Cal does have the Phoenix that can combine with Speedery. I think that's going to be the look they go for. Kaluge is forever away from...
But with Cal using that Phoenix ultimate a little early now, Kaluge can't get the follow with the Meteor M. They're holding on to it against Valentina Eve to try to combat this, as Month has that invisible boundary to keep them alive. Here they go up, but it's going to be Mace that uses the Meteor M alongside Kaluge, but Mace finds their mark, the difference maker, as Window gets stunned. Nero being on the rocket brings back Cal, and and we are having desperate swaps as Speedery is on the Iron Fist.
2 shots from the paint, but it was Mace who gets the slam dunk, and that's a big difference maker. Speedery now going to the desperate measure of Iron Fist. The Karate Kid throwing out the punches, keeping the Dragon defense up, the sustain out, and the damage up now. Stinkers with the 1-2. Stinkers, Mace, Dreamland.
And the Angela from Mace, we've seen it before, we see it again. Just snapping right through that tree. And call him 99 Will Cutting maybe here because of the way that Mace now flies up around. It's called controlling the space.
A great job bringing this out, you know, and surprising the team. We saw this from Mace on Spider Island before, kind of the secret in the bag, if you will. Angela getting some good success in this tournament, but one team has Strange. It's Envy. Window now throwing up the portal. Team follow through. Collude.
I cannot believe this. We talked about the Star-Lord too before. That is a crazy part. We highlighted how great Star-Lord is when it comes to this map. Stinkers popping off again on a very comfortable hero as he has the legendary. He unleashes, tries to choke out Envy in this choke right now. And with Month having the invisible boundary, it's a lot of pressure, but Mace suffers for holding forward.
Yeah, either you gotta, you're forcing the invisible boundary, they force it to rotate and they get some space, so they chose that route, right?
After the Phoenix flies over his head in the middle of that Meteor M, misses out, and as Window has that reset here too, you slam down with the Phoenix ultimate from Stinkers. Chuckles falls low, and Mates with the Meteor M now looking for their mark, tries to get a cheeky little hit from inside the building, and now Window is forced to reset. Cal also having another will while he's getting so much damage output on this No More swap.
Yeah, good priority to get rid of Window whenever he was in his Monster Hulk form, right? Instead of using it on somebody right there, he goes for the quick hit. It does get him down and out. Ultimately, Cal with the whale, the Giganto. We've seen it used against him before. Let's see it go for him now as the dance floor continues damage out. Luna Lucian! Mid-air Mace is what they call him, though. Valentina going down. Mace forced to go back here. Team is here, ready to go. Beast of the Abyss. This could spell doom.
Oh, but doesn't get the follow-up here with Mace finding Collusion next right now. MV, they had the number advantage, but Dreamland have all regrouped together, and they're going through a rotate of their own with Japori close to that God of Mischief. MV now recontest, and they have the invisible boundary, so this fight is going to go for a long time.
Either way, but that definitely just shows what happens in the big ban phase of things. And listen, Envy didn't have any kind of shocking highlights, Vic, right? The stats are great, but they're not like eye-popping. They don't need to, right? This team just gets what needs to be done, and that's the dub.
Yeah, it's literally just cohesion as a unit and the way that they're able to pop off together as a team. We saw some pop-off moments from individual players.
Matches, I think, of today coming up here. Excited.